In this video, I am going to be sharing my three mindset tips that immediately 10x my whole life, my mindset, my personality, and my attitude. These three tips honestly will change your life. I'm going to be giving you the reasons, the background behind all of these three shifts that I made in my mindset in my life, and how you can do exactly the same. Number one tip was believing that everything that happened in my life had a reason. I used to be the kind of person who used to stay so stressed if something wasn't going according to my plan. So let's say I wanted to win a certain competition. I put in my whole 100% effort. I did all that was within my power, but I didn't win that competition. And I used to stay so stressed. I used to blame myself. I used to be like, there must be something I was doing wrong. Maybe I just didn't work hard enough. There was someone else working harder than me. And I used to blame myself. I used to put all the blame on myself. And that used to make me feel like a piece of crap, honestly. Okay, honestly, that used to make me feel like that. But then I was like, if I am doing everything that is within my power, but I'm still not achieving a certain goal, what could be the reason? And then the answer was divine timing. Maybe it wasn't just meant for me. Maybe God has something else in his mind for me, for my life, for my goals, for my future, for everything. And trust me when I tell you, but faith plays such an important role in making sure your mind is calm and relaxed. Because we as humans, we try to be in control of everything. We try to make the decisions that God originally has to make. We try to make ourselves feel like as if we are in control of everything that's happening in our life. And while that is true to some extent, to some limit, there still is a limit. Okay? And when God is so powerful that where our power ends, his power starts. So how you do this in your life is like, first try to your full potential to achieve a certain goal. But if you do not achieve that goal, then just rephrase it to, like, instead of blaming yourself, simply say, God has something better for me in place. And I'm not going to give like the full details, but 5 years ago, I thought of a very different now. I was like, maybe I'm going to be abroad, I'm going to pursue my studies in some other country. Maybe I'm going to be like really famous. I will have thousands of followers on Instagram and YouTube. Like, to be really honest, right? And this is henna, by the way, this is not a burnt finger. I was like, I had such a different plan, such a different picture of the day. But right now, neither am I abroad, nor do I have thousands of followers on my social media platforms. And like just at the start of this year, I used to blame myself. I was like, I did something wrong. I didn't try to the fullest. I wasn't consistent. I did this. I shouldn't have done this, all of this, okay? I used to blame myself. But then I shifted, there must be a reason. If God isn't giving me something or is giving me something, he knows what's good for me, he knows what's bad for me. And like as a Muslim, in the Quran, which is our holy book, God has said that he loves us, he loves his humans, he loves his creatures 70 times more than a mother loves loves her children. And like, now look at your mother, okay? And look at how many times your mother has made sacrifices just to give something to you. And whenever our parents are usually angry or are stopping us from making a certain decision, they are mostly thinking they have the right thinking for us. Our parents will never intentionally try to hurt us or give us harm of any kind. All they're doing is protecting us from the bad stuff. Right? So now multiply the love of your mother by 70 times. That is how much God loves you. And this whole mindset just really it just makes me feel really relaxed and really calm, because I have now kind of like surrendered myself to God, and I'm like, all that's going to happen in my life, like if I'm trying for something to the fullest and if I still don't achieve that, I still don't get that, there must be some good reasoning behind that. The second mindset shift that really changed the game for me was just not taking everything so seriously, so literally. It's not like we're making it out of here alive anyway, so might as well have some fun, might as well take things less seriously. Okay? Now, I'm talking about, let's say something happens in your life and you'll be thinking about it for the next 10 years. Do you even realize how much that is damaging your mind? Do you even realize how much of a negative impact it is having on your body, on your mental health, on your physical health, every single thing? And the thing about this is, like, something bad will happen in someone's life, and for the whole life they'll think about that one thing. They will blame themselves, they will, like, put all the blame on themselves. They'll be like, God doesn't love me, no one loves me, all the unfair things in the world happen to me. They'll just, every possible time that they'll have, they will try to think of that problem and they'll take it so literally. Okay? The second part of this is, let's say someone is really jealous of you, someone is really envious of you, someone hates you, to be really frank. They'll say something negative to you to put you down or to make you feel a little bit embarrassed, and you'll take it so literally. You will be talking about that, you'll be gossiping about it for the next 10 days with your friends, with your mother, with your family. You'll be writing a whole journal entry about them. Do you know how much power you're giving them? Like, you have given all the power you have to someone who is your enemy or someone who hates you, someone who's jealous of you. The people who are jealous of you, again, to be really frank, are mostly the people who are below you. Okay? And why have you given someone else so much power, so much control over you, that they are literally playing with your mental health? So stop taking everything so literally. Literally, just leave something, like, leave it as it is. You do not have to think about it. You do not have to sit with it. You do not have to trauma dump it on a journal. And again, really honestly, right now in this world that we're living, and I know so many people are going to disagree with me, but not everything is trauma. So someone said something bad about you, now I'm traumatized. You break something that you really love, now you're traumatized. No. And it honestly makes me laugh sometimes. The tiniest of things, you are turning it into a trauma. Do not use the word trauma for these little tiny things. It is actually, first of all, a disrespect to people who are actually traumatized, who actually have childhood traumas, or who literally lost someone they really loved, or whatever, right? People who are actually traumatized, who have genuine concerns in their life. And you are kind of now using the word trauma, like, I'm traumatized, I have this trauma, to cover up your mindset, your negative mindset, or your mindset gaps. So instead of putting the blame on trauma and giving control to other people to make you traumatized, how about you strengthen your mindset so much that you do not give a flying freak about what anyone else is saying about you? And this is something I had to learn, because when I was starting my business and I was actually being successful in my business, so many people were like, this is short-term success, you are going to, this is all going to just, the hype is going to die, you are not going to be a millionaire with having a business, and just focus on your studies, you cannot manage these two things side by side. I really had to have this self-control over myself, and I had to realize that this is my life. I have the power, and I shouldn't be giving this power to others. The third shift that changed my whole mindset and really made me successful in different and multiple areas of my life was believing I can do it, believing I can achieve a certain thing. In the world where people are going to constantly judge you for having huge dreams, in the world where people are constantly going to tell you you aren't going to achieve it, you aren't going to make it, you are too delusional, You need to be the kind of person who literally just closes their ears when someone is saying something like this. And the thing is, it really hurts when someone closest to you, such as your family members, your relatives, your close friends, start putting you down, start telling you that you are too delusional or this isn't realistic. But the thing is that if you have a certain dream, it is probably because someone else in this world have achieved that. So for example, if you want to be a billionaire, you have evidence right in front of you that someone else is a billionaire, someone else is making this money. If you have a goal, you want to travel the whole world, it means that there is evidence right in front of you of people who have traveled the whole world. If you want to be really famous, have millions of followers, be the most popular person, like everyone knows your name, there is evidence that people have been this famous and they are this famous. So whatever goal you have, it isn't unrealistic. And this is literally your mind self-sabotaging yourself, self-sabotaging you, that you are not going to hit a certain goal. And trust me, what you believe is what will happen. What you think is what you attract. The law of attraction, the law of assumption. So whatever you're assuming is what's going to happen. You kind of right now are honestly capping yourself. Well, I got 93% in my exams. That's awesome. I'm settling with this. I cannot go higher than this. Who said you cannot? Maybe if you try, you will get 95%. And this isn't like a competition, or when you do not hit that goal, you start blaming yourself, but rather opening your mind to the possibilities of what can happen in your life if you believe in it. So right now I'm working on a book. I'm working on multiple social media platforms. I'm running a business. I'm a straight A student. And so many more achievements. Now this isn't to brag about what I have achieved, but rather to show you that whatever you put your mind to is what will happen. So always be open, like there's not anything as unrealistic, there isn't anything as being delusional. If you really from the core of your heart desire something and you're working towards it, there is like 99.99% chance that you are going to achieve it. God put that dream, God put that wish in your mind for a reason. If you have the power to imagine it, you have the power to achieve it. I read this thing somewhere, I do not know the exact source, but it was that if every single day you have this desire to achieve a certain goal, it is in your mind 24/7, God has put that in your mind for a reason. So do not think it's unrealistic. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it, you can have it. So these were the 3 shifts I hope you learned a lot from. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to stay updated on all my upcoming content. I know I got a bit inconsistent with my videos, but trust me, I'm back now with even more amazing videos.